I had brought a box of Pocky. Of course, I opened it up and I was sharing it with everybody. And I was like, hey, Numi, you ever play the Pocky game before? She was like, you want to play? Casso had reached out to me because they were planning on having a panel and it was going to be a live version of things VTubers say. I flew out on Tuesday. And then, of course, Red was with me, my lovely manager, my mod, the boy. When I got there, the Casso guys picked me up and took us to the hotel. Before I went up to my room, they gave me a free cookie. I tweeted about the free cookies. I later deleted that tweet because we found out when Kage got to the hotel because this man's tweeted a whole ass video showing what the hotel room looked like. Like, this man had never seen a hotel before in his fucking life. He was like, yo, look at this. And of course, we were all staying at the same hotel. And like, this man just posted what the hotel looks like on Twitter. His room was like one of the first rooms. So if anybody were to be found, he would end up being the first one. Let's just say there was an adult toy that made its way into the back of Numi's car. So it was Numi driving, Gooby was in the passenger seat, and then it was Kage and Red sitting next to me. I was in the middle seat. So Kage takes this brand new pickle out of the box, and he's wiggling it around. He's like, whoa, this is cool. Of course, there's a suction cup on it. So he's like, oh, let's test this out. So Kage slaps it onto the window. And of course, the car's driving, so it's dangling and bouncing up and down right in front of his fucking face. And then he's trying to get it off, and he can't get it off because he didn't want to yank it too hard. He didn't want to break Numi's car window. At this point, Kage was like, Sinder, can you help me take this off? I don't know how to get this off, and I don't want to break her window. So we ended up getting it off the window, and I had this bright idea. So you know how cars have the light in the ceiling in the back seat? Yeah, I stuck it to that. So it was dangling in the middle and she could see it through her rearview mirror. And then we turned the light on. The next day, Numi was like, I want to go to the gym. And Kage was like, I'm coming with you. We had like a group Discord chat and she was just messaging the chat constantly while she was in the gym because there was this like good looking guy. Kage took a photo of her doing like the peepo shy finger touching. Numi wanted to go drive and rent out a minivan because we didn't all fit in Numi's car. So she went and got one. It was a white van. We went to karaoke. They had a big book filled with songs and numbers, and you just kind of type in the code to whatever song you wanted, and it would show a preview of what song is up next. Chop Suey comes up on the screen, and all the guys are like, whoa, who's singing this? And I'm just like, hi, it's me. We were mostly hanging out with us VTubers, except False. False was kind of like sitting in the corner with some of the Castle guys by himself. I felt kind of bad because I was like, oh, what about False? Like, he hasn't had a chance to get up and sing because he always seems like very stoic and put together and professional. He was the life of the whole fucking party. He got up there, immediately starts rickrolling us. You're like, oh shit! And then he did like 2 or 3 more songs in a row after that. He just kept like cranking them out, and we were like, holy shit, False! It was so much fun watching him get up there and like dance and vibe with the music. Numi had been really good. She was the mama duck. She was taking really good care of her little ducklings. She was driving us back to the hotel, and I think it might have been raining, so it was hard to see. And I was in the back seat again, so I wasn't really paying much attention. The next thing I know is but and Numi's like, we're off-roading! Turns out she almost missed the turn for the exit because it was so dark and there weren't really any signs. And there was a median dividing the main highway from the exit. And she drove all like across the fucking median to get to the exit. Normally, cons are Friday to Sunday and they're open Thursdays for badge pickup. However, this convention was open all day Thursday. That was the day we checked out the Bad Dragon booth. Numi ended up getting a bunch of mini keychains of their products. They were all on theme. So like mine and Kage's were orange, and I think Tob's was purple, Red's was blue. Friday of the convention, I had my virtual meet and greet. There was a bit of an audio delay, but they ended up fixing that later on. So I'm sorry if you tried to talk to me and it was a little awkward. After all the meet and greets on Friday and Saturday, we had a panel, and we were really nervous because we were like, oh no, like we're not sure if it was advertised enough. We're not sure if anybody's gonna be there because it's so early and it's on Sunday. But we got there and we had a bigger turnout than anybody was expecting. Like we even surprised the con itself. Like the con didn't expect that many people to be there for our panel. And the way that we did it was through a Discord call. False would just bring us into the call when it was our turn. During the panel, it was a family-friendly event. So we had to be on our best behavior, which I thought we all did, except until after the panel when I met up with Alex at the Casso booth, and he said, it's a good thing you caught yourself, Sinder, because they almost cut your feed. And I was like, what do you mean? He says, yeah, like you slipped up with a curse word and then you caught yourself a second time, and I guess I was making horny jokes. I think False said like, tell me about your model or something like that. And I think I did something like, you tell me. Yeah, so we were at K Barbecue. I sat with Kage, Kami, Persephone, Red, and Camila. So it was the 6 of us, and then Numi sat with Tob and Gooby and all of Tob's mods. And Numi came over to my booth, and she sat next to me because I was sitting on the end, and she was like hugging me, and she's like, Cinder, you know, like she does. Kage might have said something along the lines of, oh, are you guys gonna kiss again? And Numi was like, yeah, you wanna bet? And then she turns to me, and I turn to her, and it happened so fucking quick. So there was one night where we all went to Gooby's hotel room. I had brought a box of Pocky. Of course, I opened it up and I was sharing it with everybody. And I was like, hey, Numi, you ever play the Pocky game before? She was like, you want to play? Everything around me was zoned out. The only thing I knew was Numi in front of me and the stick of Pocky, like, right in her mouth, presented to me. Let's just say we both won the game. Oh, we went bowling. We went to round 1. And we met up with Numi's friend, Junie. And we also met up with Emu. I think Red was the most fucking cracked at bowling. He would like spin around in circles and then roll the ball. He'd be on like his tiptoes and then roll the ball like the fucking Flintstones. And you know what was really fucking wild this week? My manager Red and Numi's manager Gooby literally share the same fucking brain cell. They are the same person. It was like having 2 little gremlins running around all the time. We all went to this lighthouse by the ocean, and we were just sitting on the rocks looking down into the water with everybody. Numi sat next to me, and then eventually Emu came over. I don't know how we got in this position, but Numi ended up like resting her back against me, and then Emu was on my side, like resting her head on my shoulder. So then I rested my head on her head, and I was just surrounded by beautiful women with this beautiful ocean scenery. I was just like, man, I'm living my best life right now.